we are going to start third unit, and the name of the topic is the forced oscillator. Earlier we have discussed two type of oscillations. One was the undamped oscillations and the other was damped oscillations. So if we wish that the amplitude of the damped oscillations must remain constant, then we should compensate for the energy which is lost by the oscillator. So there must be some source of the energy. So this source of the energy is when continuous excitation is provided by some external agency. Okay, so that source is basically referring to the external driving agency. Okay, so if a continuous excitation, if I need to continuously excite to the same level, to the same amplitude, then an external agency is definitely required. And when this happens, and this oscillation, these type of oscillations are known as the forced oscillations, and the oscillator is called the forced oscillator. It basically contains the two parts. The one part is the external driving agency, which would provide energy, and a driven system is basically a damped oscillator, which we have already discussed. That is the simplest case of a damped oscillator. So the driving agency in case of mechanical oscillator is a source of mechanical force. And when you are considering the electrical system, the driving agency is electromotive force. Like you need to push some electrons, so how you would push? Obviously you would require electromotive force, or the voltage source, we can say this. So the special cases we are taking, like in which the driving force or the EMF itself is harmonically varying function of time. As you know, the amplitude is varying function of time. It would go on decreasing in case of damped oscillator. So if we want to compensate for that, then the driving force must be a varying function of time. And next you can see that the driving system, which is the external agency, and the driven system, which is basically a damped oscillator, these must be coupled in such a way that the energy is supplied continuously. Okay, so there is a kind of feedback of energy which we are providing to compensate for the losses, for the energy losses which are occurring due to damped oscillations. Okay, so what we do, we basically use these type of techniques. First technique is by arranging a very weak coupling between them, the driving and the driven system. Or otherwise we have a driving system with a very large reservoirs of energy, so that the energy fed back, if any, from the driven system is negligible as compared to the energy which is stored in the reservoir. So driving system must be a very large source of energy or very large reservoirs of energy, or obviously the coupling should be weak, because there must not be any feedback of energy from the oscillator through the driving agency. So like the external source would provide only the energy, or it must not take the energy from the system, from the damped oscillator itself. So that is why there are two conditions. So weak coupling should exist between them, or the driving system must be a large reservoir of energy. So moving towards the equation of the forced oscillator. So as you know, this equation you have already familiar with. Like we have restoring force, we did in case of undamped oscillator, and when we did the damped oscillator, we have added this term, because this was proportional to this was basically a damping force proportional to the damping. And now we are adding another term. This is the driving force. So you can see that earlier we had only these two factors. Now third factor is also coming into picture. So this is basically a driving force. So you can see that with these two factors omitted, because suppose we don't have these two factors, this equation is of undamped oscillator and this equation is of damped oscillator, and when you have finally the third part, which is a driving force, we will completely write the equation of damped forced oscillator. Okay, so when we are taking these two terms over there, over the left hand side, we are left with this equation. So this is the equation for the forced mechanical oscillator basically. So similarly, because we have electrical oscillator as well, so in the electrical oscillator we will have xi naught e raised to power iota omega t. Okay, so this factor we would write instead of f naught e raised to power iota omega t. So this is the equation we have with us for the forced electrical oscillator.